Hey, my peeps. Hey, my peeps that's in. How y'all doing? Hey, Michelle. Hope all is well. Yes. Hey, Michelle. Yes, you are. I feel much better. All is well. Yes, it is. How everybody doing? How everybody doing? Hey, family. So, yes, I'm back from Washington, D.C. It was I had an awesome time there, you all. It was amazing. It was amazing there. Um, and I don't think I haven't been live since the city council meeting with you all. And so this is my first live back from the city council meeting. So, hey family, hey guys, how everyone is doing? So now, so you all know I'm Danny C, your expert trainer, and this is where fitness meets politics. Yes. Let me see. That I'm here. Yes, Demetrius. Hi, Brenda. Hey, Brenda. Uh, Kathleen, welcome back. Danny, official Chi-Town Finest. Hey, Danny. Hey, guys. Okay, you all. So, oh, we got a lot to talk about. Y'all, we got a whole lot to talk about. We got to talk about how Chicago crashing out for these illegals. We got to talk about everybody just crying about these executive orders that Trump been implementing. It's a lot of things, y'all. It's a lot of things we got to talk about. But anyway, okay, let's talk about. But now I really want to talk about Chicago. So Chicago, they have lost their everlasting mind. You all, these people that we keep electing, I did elect them, but they are crashing out for these illegals. Crashing out. I never seen an administration go so hard and go against the legal citizens who put them in power, who elected them to represent them. I never saw an administration go so hard for someone who came over here illegally and for illegals and not representing the American citizens and the citizens that they supposedly work for. I never seen it, you all. Never seen it. The Democrat Party is done. They need to be done. You all, these people need to be in jail. They not even listening to us. The Democrat Party in Washington, the Democrat Party in Chicago, and all these in California, and all of these blue states, they are not even listening to the citizens. They don't care what we want. They don't care what we have mandated Trump to do. If you look at the Congress, when you look at the Congress meetings, the Democrats are crashing out for illegals, trans, LGBTQ, and things like that. They can care anything about us at all. These are the people that's important to the Democratic Party. The mask is off, you all. The mask is off. They have shown who they really are. If we do not hold the Democrat Party accountable and let them know not to ever play with American citizens again and do us like they have done us, then it's on us. Because the way these people are crashing out for other things, I just can't believe it. So Chicago, we have told Brandon Johnson, we have told the aldermen, we have told Winkle, we have told all of these elected officials how we feel, what we want, what we not accepting, what we not having, that we are coming for these seats, everything. And they refuse to listen to the taxpayer citizens and they just gonna do what they want to do. They just gonna do what they want to do because they are so used to doing it and not being held accountable until they just looking at us like, okay, and we gonna keep doing whatever we want to do. These people have lost their everlasting mind. And we're going to have to show them. We're going to have to show them that you work for us. Your salary is paid with our tax dollars. Our tax dollars pay your salary, idiot, stupid. Our tax dollars pay your salary. Therefore, you work for us. And you are put in office to give us what we want. We're not asking you anything. We're telling you what we want. And if you don't give us what we want, then you out of there. And we just gonna put somebody else in office who gonna do it. What company do you know that your boss is gonna listen to you? That your boss is going to listen to you. If your boss pay your salary, then you're gonna listen to your boss. You're not gonna go in there and say, look, this is what we're going to do. This is how we're going to run this company. This is what I think we should do, and this is going to be done. No, that don't happen. You come in there with that I'm going to do this. This is how things going to get done. They're going to fire your butt real fast. And this is how we have to hold these elected officials, our aldermen, our mayor, our governor, because they forget, y'all. They got it twisted. They forget that they work for us. So we're going to have to give them a reminder. We're going to have to bring back to their remembrance who they are and who they work for. That's what we're going to have to do. And I'm just telling y'all, the way these people crashing out is unbelievable. Let me show y'all. So I've been, okay, so let me just say something about Washington real quick. Washington was awesome, you all. It was great, fantastic. The rally was great. Trump rally. Everybody was so nice, friendly. It was so patriotic. It was great. So the rally was good. The conservative ball, the black conservative ball was amazing. I love everything about it. It was black excellent. I got a chance to meet in person with Anton Daniels, my boy. I got a chance to meet him there. The Cartier family. Got a chance to meet them. Michaela Montgomery, got a chance to meet her. Got a chance to meet who else was there? Who else? A lot of people. It was a lot of people there. But if I'm forgetting someone, then yes. But it was Byron Donalds, Tim Scott, all of them were there. So it was amazing. I enjoyed every bit of Washington, D.C. The ball, we didn't go to the inauguration because they canceled it. So we watched it on TV. So other than that, yes, you all, it was amazing. We had a great time in Washington. So, yes, say hi, DJ Scrap Dirty, thank you. Yeah, so we was, okay, so, yeah, so I just had to give some big ups to Washington because I really enjoyed Chicago Flips Red. We was there representing, and everybody loved Chicago Flips Red from every state. They knew who we were, but the big thing was they were happy to see what we were doing in Chicago. They were happy to see that Chicago is waking up because, like they said, we deserve better in Chicago. Chicago is a beautiful city, but Illinois is a beautiful state. And in Chicago particularly, we deserve to enjoy our city the way we want to. We pay big taxes. We are like the highest paying tax. We pay like the highest taxes, And what are we the second highest paying taxes in the United States? So we pay big taxes, you all, and we deserve to live in Chicago and enjoy Chicago, and our kids deserve to live in Chicago and enjoy Chicago. We deserve that. We pay too many taxes and had taxes not to. So they were happy just to see that Chicago is waking up, because like they said, we deserve better, and we do. And until we understand that we deserve better, then we're not going to get nowhere, you all. We have to understand that we deserve better. And that these people work for us. And if you're not doing what we want you to do, because we're not asking anyone no more, you all, we're done with that. We're telling we're the boss. We're telling the people that work for us, which is our elected officials, what we want. If we don't get it, then you fire. That's it. That's all we got. That's all we on right now, you all, especially in Chicago. We're not asking, we're telling you. And if you do what you want to do, that's cool. That's cool. But you're gonna get fired. That's it, and that's all. So that's what we on. So let me show y'all this. And Anton did, I love what Anton did. We're gonna do a reaction to Anton, because I was looking at this, and then Anton, when his show, he hopped right on it. He was right on it. So I loved it. But let me see. Oh, and let me say, okay, now let me show y'all this, and then I'm gonna let me show y'all this first, and then we'll talk about it. Okay, so first let me show y'all this first. All right, please like and share, like and share. Hey, everybody, I want to say hey to all my beautiful, beautiful family. Let me see, Real America, yes. Trump freedom, yes. Yes, y'all. Hey, everybody. So, hey, my beautiful people. All right, so let's listen to this. Now, this is Chicago.
Dear Dr. K, I used to think I was never meant to be beautiful. You work with them.
So, I was just, hold on, y'all. So, I just happened to see this. So, this came out a day ago, right? So this came out a day ago, and so I just was happened to come across this, and I'm so tired of these. I'm so tired of our mayor. I'm so tired of the aldermen. I'm tired of everybody. And so when I was looking at this, it was like, I'm just, these people are ridiculous. It's ridiculous, y'all. So under it says, Chicago mayor doubles down on fighting ICE raids. And we're going to talk about some more things. I just want y'all to see this. So let's see.
Garrett Tenney is live for us in Chicago. Garrett.
Yeah, Harris, those proposed changes would have allowed Chicago police to work with ICE only in cases involving a violent criminal, which is the kind of people seeing local officials claim they don't.
Let me go
Garrett
on.
Tenney.
Okay, so listen to what he's saying right now, because we're gonna talk about this, and I'm gonna stop the video, and we're gonna talk about this. So listen to what he's saying right now, y'all.
Is live for us in Chicago. Garrett.
Yeah, Harris, those proposed changes would have allowed Chicago police to work with ICE only in cases involving a violent criminal, which is the kind of people seeing local officials claim they don't want to be here. Instead, progressives on the city council have spent the past week preparing to fight this expected ICE operation by canvassing Latino neighborhoods to pass out these flyers, telling folks to not open their doors and to remain silent if ICE agents show up looking for any convicted criminals.
Okay, let me say this. Y'all. So, we went to the city council meeting. If you all didn't see that on my page, the city council meeting we went to was last Wednesday. It was the first city council of the year. On one of the things they were voting on, listen, you all, what she just said is, two aldermen, Raymond Lopez, and I can't think of the other, it was a woman. The woman, I can't think of her name, it just slipped my mind. They put a proposal together, right? The proposal was they wanted to at least allow ICE to work with the jails and things like that to come in and get the criminals. So for they wanted to change the sanctuary city ordinance to say that ICE could at least work with the local police officers to at least come and get the criminals up out of here. So they put together a proposal, and when they do that, this is what's supposed to have happened. So you put the your proposal together, and then you're supposed to be able to vote on it. So that means your aldermen to say, okay, yeah, let's vote on it. And so therefore, then you can have a chance to just vote on if you want this ordinance or you don't. Okay? So what happened was when we went there on Wednesday to the city council meeting, all of your aldermen, it was like, 36 of your aldermen. I posted it. 36 of your aldermen voted that they didn't even want to hear the proposal. They didn't even want it to come on the floor to even get a vote. The same thing they did with us when we wanted to vote on if we wanted the citizens, us, to be able to vote, to have a say to say if we want Chicago to be a sanctuary city or not. So we wanted to vote. We wanted to put the vote to say, okay, this election that just came up, we as citizens wanted to be able to say we want to vote to say if we wanted Chicago to remain a sanctuary city or not. That's exactly what they did to us. They blocked it where we couldn't even vote on it, that it wasn't even put on the floor to even get voted on. So that's what they did to us. Now, fast forward Wednesday, when Lopez and them put this ordinance together to allow ICE to at least come in and get the criminals. They just wanted, not everybody, they just wanted ICE to be able to at least come in and get the criminals. And your aldermen, 36 of your aldermen voted that they didn't even want to have a vote on it. They didn't even want it to come on the floor to even be voted on. They said no. Which is a doggone shame. How dare you say no to just them even coming in and get the criminals? So this is what she's talking about. So 36 of your aldermen said no, we don't even want to change. We don't want nothing to change. We don't even want to have a discussion on this. That's a doggone shame. So I talked about it. If you go on my live, the city council meeting, I talked about it, so I'll let you all know. All right, so this is what she was talking about in here. I just wanted to, okay, let's finish.
Talking to people.
Okay, now listen, you all. Now, you're getting ready to see this alderman, your alderman right here. I keep telling y'all, your aldermen have sold us out, and these people have to go. All right, so let me go back, and then let's go look. Okay.
ICE operation by canvassing Latino neighborhoods to pass out these flyers, telling folks to not open their doors and to remain silent if ICE agents show up looking for any convicted criminals.
That's sad.
Talking to people, the fear is palpable. The fear is vocalized by our residents. People in the streets.
Who is this alderman? Let's hold on. Let me let y'all see, because hold on. Let me blow this up. I can't think of his name. Let's look at his name again. So let's talk about this. I'm gonna have to keep.
The fear is vocalized by our residents. People in the streets are saying that
Michael Rodriguez.
ICE agents will show up at their doorsteps, at their workplaces, at their places of worship.
Hold on, y'all.
School, they're scared of that.
Because we're gonna talk about this. Michael Rodriguez. This is who this is. So let's go.
Silent if ICE agents show up looking for any convicted criminals.
Talking to people, the fear is palpable. The fear is vocalized by our residents. People in the streets are saying that they're scared that ICE agents will show up at their doorsteps, at their workplaces, at their places of worship, or places of going to school. They're scared of that. That is a problem.
Governor J.B. Pritzker could push for changes in the state sanctuary policies to allow Illinois police to cooperate in some limited way, but he hasn't given any indication that that is something he is even considering, despite repeatedly saying criminal illegal migrants should be arrested and removed.
If there are violent criminals who have been convicted of violent crimes, who are undocumented, they are supposed to be deported. That is the law of the United States and has been for quite a long time. I don't want them in my state. I don't want them in the country. If you're going to commit crimes and you're undocumented, you don't deserve to stay in this country.
Okay, so that's what the vote was supposed to be on. Now, Pritzker, you saying two things. You changing your tone. What are you talking about? This is what we were supposed to be voting on. We at least come and get the criminals, right? So what are you talking about, Pritzker? So do you want ICE to be able to come in and at least get the criminals, or you don't? Which one? It's not making sense, y'all. And then you got your alderman, Alex Rodriguez, talking about that we talking about illegals. How uncomfortable these illegals are, how scared they are when they go to church and they go to school. Listen, what about the American citizens that are getting burnt alive? What about Laken Riley? What about the American citizens that we scared because we got 70,000 because we got rapists here, because we got convicted criminals here? What about the American citizens? What about us being scared that we can't even go out and be on the L station without being set on fire, or worry about being set on fire, or we can't even walk down the street without worry about women being raped and killed? So skip what the American citizens, skip them, skip what we talking about. You got the nerve to get on here and say that illegal aliens are scared and traumatized when they go to school, when they go to church, that's not our problem. Whenever you come to a place illegally, you came over here illegally, you made a conscious decision to come over here and break the law. That's what you did. So you can't, when you go somewhere and break the law, you can't now come back and say, oh, I'm scared that the consequences of my actions that I got to deal with them. As American citizens, when we break the law, guess what? We don't have no choice. If they come get us because we broke a law, it is what it is. So now you come over here illegally, you broke the law. So whatever consequences that go with that action, you got to deal with it. Anybody that break the law, well, if you go shoot somebody, and you at home, you scared that the police gonna be knocking at your door any second to come and get you, right? If you go commit a crime and you go home, anybody that knock on the door, you scared that, okay, ooh, is it the police? If somebody come to get me, that's the consequences of your action for doing something that you didn't supposed to do. So now you want us to feel bad because somebody came over here who broke the law, who came over here illegally, and now they scared because now if whoever come, when ICE come in, they might be coming for them. Okay, you broke the law. So if you looking over your shoulders every turn, oh well. That's what happens when you break the law. American citizens got to deal with the same thing. Who are you? This is crazy to me, y'all. This is crazy that your elected officials are breaking laws and going against laws for these people. That they scared because ICE might be coming from there. Yeah, you should be. You broke the law to come over here. You should be scared. You should be looking over your head. Yes, you should. This is how dumb these people think we are. It's a slap in our faces. That's what it is. That's what made me so mad. It's a slap in our faces. Okay, let's finish.
The sad irony here is that by not helping to remove those folks, Democrats here say that the folks They are trying to protect those law-abiding individuals who are here illegally. By not cooperating with ICE, more of those very individuals are inevitably going to get picked up by ICE while agents are trying to track down those who are the most dangerous. One example, Harris, during an ICE operation in Chicago back in 2018, agents arrested 156 migrants. Of those, only 74 had criminal convictions. The other half were folks who just got caught up and were collateral arrest. Tom Home and others are warning we're almost certainly going to see a lot more of that because of these sanctuary policies. Harris?
And just so I'm clear, I mean, if they came here illegally, they already committed a crime. They
Thank
broke
you.
our laws of sovereignty. So there's 156. Yes, 74 had committed crimes either in their former countries or in this one. But the balance of that was, from what you're saying, and that's what I want to get straight.
Okay, let me go back, y'all. Did y'all hear what she just said what I said? The fact that you came over here illegally, you already broke the law. It's already a crime. Make that make sense. And the fact that we have, listen how many criminals she said that's here, y'all. Listen to what I'm saying. Listen to what I'm talking to you all about.
More of that because of these sanctuary policies. Harris?
And just so I'm clear, I mean, if they came here illegally, they already committed a crime. They broke our laws of sovereignty. So there's 156. Yes, 74 had committed crimes either in their former countries or in this one. But the balance of that was, from what you're saying, and that's what I want to get straight, they were here illegally anyway.
Here illegally, not violent criminals, though. And that's what the administration is focusing on in this initial set of operations.
All right, that's helpful. Garrett, thank you. Gianno Caldwell, Fox News political analyst. Gianno, look, I mean...
Okay, so what she was saying, listen, you all, we already had 74,000. 74,000. Remember I just said who came here who had already committed a crime where they were from and their place of origin. So we already had 74,000 who committed a crime before they even got here. Not including the people who committed a crime while being here, you all. So the fact that you came over, see, this is what makes me mad. When I got up there for the meeting, for the city council meeting, listen, the fact that we even voting or trying to vote because they shut it down, the fact that Lopez even wanted to bring a vote up to work with ICE to at least come in and get the criminals. Are you stupid? So you want us to put a vote on the table to say, at least let's let ICE come in and get the criminals? That pissed me off, y'all, because listen, like she said, the fact that you came over here illegally, you already broke the law, therefore making you a criminal. You can't pick and choose when you a criminal, when you not a criminal. You're a criminal. The fact that you came over here illegally, and then, so let's talk about that. You already came over here illegally, which is a crime. Now you have committed asylum fraud, which is a crime. Now you have committed welfare fraud, which is a crime. Everything. So you're already a criminal. The very fact that you came over here the way you came over here. So I'm not interested. Like I was telling them when I went up there, city council, I don't care that they committed a crime when they got here. The fact that they came over here illegally makes them a criminal. We as American citizens can't pick when we want to be a criminal, when we not want to be a criminal. If a law in America is a law, if they make a law saying when they had that law that you couldn't smoke marijuana, remember that, y'all? Remember that 94 crime bill and all that? Remember those laws? Remember you couldn't smoke marijuana? That was against the law, right? If your butt got caught with marijuana, even though they making it legal now, if your butt got caught with marijuana, what happened? You went your butt to jail. You couldn't pick and choose where you want to go, how you committed that crime, whatever. They gonna lock your butt up. Whatever they say is illegal or deemed illegal, then you're going to jail, or you're gonna be held accountable for that act. If you are American citizens, but now y'all want illegals to be able to come over here illegally and then say, oh no, we're not going to, okay, we're going to excuse that crime. The fact that you came over here illegally, probably beat up border guards to come over here. That's a crime in itself, but we're going to excuse that one. But we're going to lock you up, or we're going to hold you accountable if you commit a crime, another crime, while you're here. You see how crazy that is? They don't do that for us. If your butt goes somewhere, if you try to take your butt and just walk into Brandon Johnson's office or walk into Brandon Johnson's house, go just try to walk in Brandon Johnson's house. They're going to arrest your butt and say you trespassing. Because guess what? Trespassing is against the law, right? So you go try to walk on Brandon Johnson, just walk up to his house and go in his house. They're going to lock your butt up and say you trespassing and might give you some more charges. Now you let illegals come across the border illegally. That's trespassing, that's illegal fraud, that's everything. And you just allow them to come over here and with nothing? That's crazy, y'all. So they got rights that we don't even have. And we allow this garbage. And we allow this. Okay, so let's listen to now. This is what he had to say now.
Here legally, not violent criminals, though. And that's what the administration is focusing on in this initial set of operations.
All right, that's helpful. Garrett, thank you. Gianno Caldwell, Fox News political analyst. Gianno, look, I made a fine point of this because it matters. The last administration was trying to legalize coming across our border in many illegal ways. Whether you crawled in, you went around the security checkpoints, they just wanted, okay, well, if you got here, you're safe. That's not how it works. That's not sovereignty. That's an open door. So picking up these people along with the violent criminals, what would you rather not do? Just not pick up anybody? That's what they wanted.
Exactly right.
Today is different.
Exactly
Trump's in office.
100%. And Governor J.B. Pritzker is speaking out of both sides of his mouth, saying he doesn't want violent criminals there, but yet people, as you mentioned, they broke the law and they came over here. It's the exact same thing. You committed a crime by entering the United States of America, and it has cost us in blood and treasure. Blood by the 100,000 plus people who've overdosed on a drug, and we've seen that in recent years since Biden has taken office, and treasure with the billions of dollars of resources that are being usurped from the people of Illinois and the people of the city of Chicago, New York, and all across the country. It must come to an end, and thank God this day has come with Donald Trump in office to get the country back on its feet.
Well, look, you knew.
Y'all, this man just cooked. This man just said everything I wanted to say. Did y'all hear what this man just said? Everything I wanted to say, this man just said it, just summed it up. Did y'all hear what this man just said? He just summed it up. He just cooked. Let's listen to this man cook one more time.
Legalized communications. All right, that's helpful. Garrett, thank you. Gianno Caldwell, Fox News political analyst. Gianno, look, I made a fine point of this because it matters. The last administration was trying to legalize coming across our border in many illegal ways. Whether you crawled in, you went around the security checkpoints, they just wanted, okay, well, if you got here, you're safe. That's not how it works. That's not sovereignty. That's an open door. So picking up these people along with the violent criminals, what would you rather not do? Just not pick up anybody? That's what they wanted.
Exactly right.
Today is different.
Exactly
Trump's in office.
100%. And Governor J.B. Pritzker is speaking out of both sides of his mouth, saying he doesn't want violent criminals there, but yet people, as you mentioned, they broke the law and they came over here. It's the exact same thing. You committed a crime by entering the United States of America, and it has cost us in blood and treasure. Blood by the 100,000 plus people who've overdosed on a drug, and we've seen that in recent years since Biden has taken office, and treasure with the billions of dollars of resources that are being usurped from the people of Illinois and the people of the city of Chicago, New York, and all across the country. It must come to an end, and thank God this day has come with Donald Trump in office to get the country back on its feet.
Well, look, you knew that there'd be pushback. There has been from day one with that immediate lawsuit slew against DOJ, the Department of Government Efficiency. Now, there's more legal action. Democratic attorneys general are suing across the country. They're suing President Trump over his birthright citizenship executive order. Here's a map showing the lawsuit spread across 22 states.
Look at this.
Constitutional law professor Jonathan Turley says he believes this issue could make it all the way to the U.S. Supreme Court. Watch.
The real value of the executive order is not that it has binding legal effect on anything other than federal agencies, but that it could trigger a long-awaited court fight to bring clarity to this issue. It could ultimately go in front of the Supreme Court.
Your reaction?
Well, I think he has a point there, and I would never challenge the professor. I think he's excellent in his legal commentary. So, yeah, there would be a court fight in the Supreme Court. But the facts of the matter are we should be focusing on Americans first. People who've built a life here, not people who decided they were pregnant and they came across just so they can have a child within the United States and get those particular protections. That's usurping.
This man what's his man's name? This man is hitting on every point, y'all. Every single point we need to point out. Remember when I told y'all they committed asylum fraud. They sit up there with the welfare fraud. You usurped everything. You came over here illegally. You usurped authority, and now you're getting things. Listen, y'all, I need y'all to understand this. You a taxpayer citizen. Think about if you go up there to this public aid office and you work and let's just say you're making a little money, but you're not making enough. And you go up there and you don't report everything that you're making, and they give you this money or link. What they gonna do when they find out that you didn't report all your income? What they gonna tell you? That you committed welfare fraud, that you committed this. Oh, they gonna stick you and you barely making it. You pay taxes, but they gonna make sure that they stick it to you, saying that you committed welfare fraud. You committed this. You lied on not telling how much you made on your welfare. Yet and still, so they will be held accountable for that. You let these people usurp all this and get on these government welfare programs that us, the taxpayer, have to pay for, drain us dry, where we're in $1 billion deficit, where this idiot Mohawk mayor tried to make the taxpayer pay $300 million in property taxes to make up for this garbage. And this is okay? You all think this okay? You all think this acceptable for us to accept this garbage? You couldn't do it, and you might be struggling, but you couldn't go and just get on with and lie on your application. They gonna hold you accountable. This man just said everything. These people came over here illegally. Some of them came over here pregnant. Then they came over here. The minute they got here, they was making babies. When we was in that shelter that was down the street from my house, a lot of them was pregnant, y'all. Pregnant. It was so many of them pregnant. They was saying they were just having sex out there in the park, all of that. Where the field houses was, people were complaining and calling in because they would just say they was just having sex everywhere. To have these babies so that the babies can be born here. You all come on. At what point are we going to say enough is enough? So you just going to come over here illegally and then you're going to have a baby here. So now that solidifies you being here. Now all of this got to stop. What is that saying? You can't go in no other country and do this garbage. Not only that, you allow them to come over here and now get on government assistance and now take advantage of the system that's supposed to be for the taxpayers, so we pay into that. So therefore, if we lose our job or if we fall on hard times, we should be able to go get our money that we paid in the system to help us out while we are going through some tough times. All that is our money getting spent back on us because we're going through some things. But you gonna let somebody come over here who came over here illegally, come over here and get our money that we paid into? Are you stupid? And then allow them to have kids here? So now it's just, okay, you have a baby here. So what precedence does that set for these people? I can come over there illegally, break the law. I can come over there, have a baby, and I'm set for life. Y'all, at what point do we stop this and say, okay, enough is enough? You can't do it. And I look at these people, you would know better than me. If my kids can't do it, if I can't do it, if my people can't do it, if American citizens can't do it, you damn sure not going to come here from another country and ain't paying nothing to it and do it. And I'm going to sit back and allow you to do it? Man, you got to be a special kind of stupid. You got to be y'all people who voted for this garbage, y'all have to be a special kind of stupid to not find anything wrong with this. This man just hit it on every point. Sorry for this, but man, this is, okay, let me go back. Let me play it. Okay.
I think he's excellent in his legal commentary. So yeah, there will be a court fight in the Supreme Court. But the facts of the matter are we should be focusing on Americans first. People who built a life here, not people who decided they were pregnant and they came across just so they can have a child within the United States and get those particular protections. That's usurping, again, resources from Americans. And it's an issue we've been dealing with for decades. That's why it is imperative that Congress comes up with an immigration plan that's going to take care of all of these issues, because we've been talking about it for decades. Things need to come to a change because we have to protect Americans first.
America first.
Look, you and I were at events in Washington for the inauguration, one in particular where Tim Scott and Byron Donalds from Florida, Congressman and Senator Tim Scott. There is this focus.
I see. Okay, you said decades. Yeah, if it happened decades, but not at this mass. It's been happening decades, true. But we never allowed 2.2 million people to come over here illegally. So it may was happening, but it wasn't happening at a rate it's happening now. So get that out your head. Yes, it's been happening. But this just put the icing on the cake. Never have we had 2.2 million people allowed to come over here unvetted and just come over here illegally. So now, since that Biden and Harris administration allowed this drastic travesty to America, then we have to do something drastic. We got to do something fast. So, yeah, what are you saying? Talking about decades, it's the key word. That's how dumb, this is how brainwashed and dumb y'all people think. I don't care if it was before United States even came to existence. The bottom line is it never was this bad. So since it's this bad and out of control, we got to do something about it right now. And who let it be this bad? This administration, the Biden and Harris administration. The Democrats and all the Democrats in Congress down to your local Democrats are crashing out, trying their best to stop this mass deportation because they want these people here. That's who they fighting for, not you, America. That's why I keep telling you, the Democrat Party should be in jail. The whole entire Democrat Party should be in jail for treason, because it's not about the person, it's the party. This is what you all have to stop looking at. Stop looking at the person. You have to look at the party in the whole, in the whole. Because the party, the Democrat Party right now, as we know the Democrat Party, it's not like your 1990 Democrat Party. It's not like your mama Democrat Party. These people are radical and they are anti-American. This the Democrat Party who we got in office right now. Radical, anti-American, and a lot of them are foreigners who came over here, who've been radicalized, who hate America, who are communists and socialists, and they came over here and, and these foreigners, whether they black, white, whatever they are, Hispanic, whoever they are, they came from another country who hate America. Most of them come from here are communists. They come here who hate America with that anti-American agenda, and they are funneled in through the Democrat Party into power. And these people get into power under the umbrella of the first black this, the first Latino this, the first gay this, the first this and that. And we so stupid, we fall for this first black this, first LGBT this, first woman black this, and they funnel these people in who not even from America, who are foreigners, are from other countries. They come in under the Democrat Party and they come into power, and everything they do, everything they advocate for, everything they fight for, everything these people do are anti-American. They never fight for Americans. They always fight for other countries or their country, to let their country come in, to change our laws. And to this is what these people do. All these people that's in power that I notice, when I go down there to City Hall, when I go down there, majority of these people, whether they black, white, or whatever, Hispanic, people of color, what they call them, most of these people are not from America. They come here. Through the Democrat Party, that DEI and people of color and diversity and inclusion, they come in here. They are allowed to get into power, political power. And soon as they get into political power, and it's always through the Democrat Party, as soon as they get into political power, everything they vote for, everything they advocate for is anti-Americans. They're never looking out for the Americans. Everything they do, they are pushing laws, they are pushing policies that's going to benefit immigrants or foreigners. This is what these people do, or that's going to undermine the Constitution or our rights. It's a communist agenda. All this is what most of these people do in the Democrat Party. Who these people are. That's why we say American first, America first, because these people hate America. Where they from, they hate America. And it's like, ooh, as soon as I get into power, I'm going to let these Americans have it. If you notice, they don't never want nothing good for Americans. The true Americans, whatever we want, they go anti. Whatever the American citizens are asking for, the Democrat Party, who they allow these people in, it's always contrary to what's best for us as Americans. They always, soon as these foreigners get into power, they always advocating for their countries or other countries, or immigration is their first business. When you allow a foreigner to get into these offices, the first business they want to take care of is immigration. Because they want to push policies. They want to write policies to allow foreigners or immigrants to come over here. And then they start fighting for them to get things, fighting for them to get rights and things like that. But they always use the umbrella of the black plight. They always want to say it's under the black and brown, the people of color, all this stuff. They always using the black people, slavery, and our plight to bring these, to funnel these other people in. Meanwhile, black Americans, the black people are being pushed out or at the bottom, and all these foreigners and all these other people are able to come in under the umbrella of the black plight and to push us out. And we allow this garbage. I'm so sick of these people. Jasmine Crockett got the nerve to say, gonna use the black plight slavery with the transgender. What the heck they got to do with us? How dare we allow her to do that? Transgender, let me tell you something. Transgender struggle, illegal immigrant struggles, they don't have nothing to do with slavery. They have nothing to do with us. Do not Listen, let me be real clear with this. Because we're going to stop this. Black Americans getting ready to stop this. We're getting ready to stop this garbage. We're going to stop allowing people, these other people, black people, all these other groups to mash themselves with us, to try to come in with us. Slavery. It's a thing within itself. It has nothing. We don't need people of color. We don't need LGBTQ. We don't need transgender. We don't need illegals. We don't need brown. All those types. We don't need none of them. Whatever your struggle is, your fight with is, fight that amongst yourself. Fight that yourself. Stop putting your struggles with slavery and black people's struggles. We are different. We like Kendrick Lamar. You're not like us. We're not the same. Stop trying to compare your problems and your plight with ours. It's not the same. And we're not going to allow y'all to do it anymore. We're not going to fight your fight. Because guess what? Black Americans are always the ones fighting. And then we look around, y'all going ahead of us, and we still right here being pushed out with nothing and the lowest economically. No, we're not doing that. Under the umbrella of unity, people of color, black and brown. Ain't no more black and brown. It ain't that we don't love you. If you're an American, we love you. But it's no more black and brown. It's no more black and people of color. No, it's no more my marginalized community and all that. It's no more that. That's over with. Whatever your plight is, that's your plight. You got to fight it yourself. Whatever you dealing with, but y'all not going to use slavery and our plight to come up on us. Come up. That's done with. It's something, when I had that, when I went live in the city council, it was the Jews, the Silverstein, the Jewish alderman stood up and she talked about what the Jews went through. All the people, all the aldermen and everything, all the aldermen stood up, all them, did what they did. And this didn't happen on American soil. But you're not going to see any other group compare themselves to Jews and what they went through with the Holocaust. You're not going to see it. Because the Jewish people are not going to allow it. They're not going to allow illegals to come in and say their plight is just as worse as the Holocaust or what the Jews went through. Or transgender. The Jewish people are not going to allow transgender or LGBTQ to come in and say our struggle and what we've been through is just as worse as what the Jewish people went through the Holocaust. So y'all should understand our plight. And so we're going to lump the Holocaust and the transgender plight together. They're not going to allow it. As a matter of fact, the Jewish people ain't going to allow nobody to lump in on their struggle or what happened to them in the Holocaust. To the very point where they won't even allow, they even try to say Jewish people try to undermine slavery, which we ain't gonna allow that. If you as a Jewish person is gonna uphold your plight, which is the Holocaust, which was terrible, and it happened. If you gonna say that was bad, and this is what it is, and this is what gotta be celebrated, and can't nobody plight and can't nobody struggle amount to what we went through the Holocaust, then we damn sure ain't finna allow you to undermine our plight as slaves. When we had to come up, we didn't try to come over here. We was brought over here. We were separated from our families. We were brought here to give birth and to work and go through all the heinous things, lynched and made to breed and separated from our kids and see our kids get killed in front of us, see our kids treated like animals. We're not going to allow y'all to diminish our plight. And you are not going to diminish what we went through. The Jewish people ain't going to allow it. We damn sure ain't going to allow you to do it to us. That day is over with. It's a new time right now. So y'all not gonna lump y'all garbage with the Jewish community and what they've been through the Holocaust, so y'all damn sure ain't finna lump y'all stuff with the slavery and what we went through as slaves, our ancestors. So y'all gonna stop that. So Jasmine had the nerve to sit up there and try to lump transgender because they wouldn't allow, because they voted to not let men be in women's sports, to not let men participate in women's sports, which they shouldn't. Since y'all Democrats care about women's rights and women protect women, won't y'all protect women then? So this broad Jasmine, this lowlife, had the dumb as rocks, had the nerve to try to lump the transgender plight with our slavery plight. We should have been on her butt. We should, as black foundational black Americans, descendants of slaves, just like the Jewish community go in when you try to do something about the Holocaust or say something about them, we should have went in on her. Listen, Jasmine, don't you ever lump anybody struggle with ours. What we went through as slaves, what our ancestors went through, is uncomparable. You can't compare to that. Especially not with somebody who just want to be a different, who want to wake up and say, oh, I think I'm a woman now. Oh, I think I'm a girl now. That's a choice. We didn't have a choice. Our ancestors didn't have a choice. Some of them committed suicide before they on the boat, drowned their kids, drowned before they allowed them to go into slavery and get raped and things like that. And the men, how dare you sit up there and lump that in with us? See, we too dumb. We too dumb. We too dumb. We are too dumb as black America, as foundational black America. We are too dumb. We allow everybody to come in on our struggle, benefit from our struggle. We never benefit from our struggle, and we allow everybody. And then when we say something about our own struggle, we let them lump up to somebody. If we just come in and say, no, we just want to talk about black America. We just want to talk about what black America needs to survive and what's happening to us. Oh no, they want to get you with people of color and black and brown. They want to lump you with that. And we allow that. No. We're just talking about black Americans and we went through a slavery. No, that's all we want to deal with. And we're not going to allow him, he, she, transgender, LGBTQ. We're not going to allow illegals or nobody else, people of color, black and brown, Asian, whatever. We're not going to allow them to come in on it. Not that we don't love y'all. As Americans, we love everybody. I love everybody. I love all my American brothers and sisters. If you're an American, man, I love you. We can hang out, everything. But when it comes down to what we need to take care of business as black Americans and what black America needs, that's a whole different thing. That don't have nothing to do with you. That has something to do with what we got to fight for on our own. Ain't no love lost, but it's what we need to do. Just like the Jewish people do, just like the Asian people do, just like the Mexican people do. They don't patronize us. They don't come to our businesses. No, we got to do self-preservation. I'm so tired of this. That's over with. That's over with. So Jasmine Crockett, any black, Brandon Johnson, any of these black people that keep lumping other people with our struggle, with slavery, and these other people plight, and these other people, whatever they going through with us in slavery, we're going to get it. Let's get at their head, y'all. Don't do that. That's offensive. It's offensive to my ancestors for you to equate LGBTQ with slavery. For you to equate transgender with slavery. It's an offense. We're not going to accept it and don't do it again. That's how we got to start doing these people. Like the Jewish people, we see exactly how they get down. Let's take notes. And we should be at Jasmine Crockett head whenever she trying to do some stuff like that. It don't even need, black people should be at her head. Black people should be on her ex, bride. You got one more time to lump us in, to mention our name, to mention slavery in the same breath as transgender, to mention slavery in the same breath as illegal. You got one more time to do that, bride, and because you're going to be out of there. See, we got to start letting these people know, stop playing with us. Ain't nobody playing no more. Y'all, it's time. If we don't take care of ourselves in these years that we got Trump in office, and if we're doing black people, we're not gonna make it. The Biden administration brought all these illegals over here, and if you see that they put them all in our neighborhood. They tried to push us out of our neighborhood. All these illegals was in there. Now they're getting the jobs. Now they sitting up there in the apartment, in our houses, in our building, while they pushing black people out, pushing us out of our communities. And I'm talking about black people because they put them all in our communities. They not in the white communities. They in all our communities. So what's going to happen? We're going to get pushed out. So we're not allowing that. So that's what they tried to do, and they didn't know we was gonna push back like we did in Chicago. No. Now now they got jobs that now you gotta have in order to get these jobs, you gotta speak English and Spanish. Heck no. We ain't finna do that one. We're not finna do that one either. We're not finna allow y'all to say you gotta speak Spanish and English. No, we're not. America is an English-speaking language. That's our first language. No, you're not. You're not going to discriminate with us, because guess who if we allow them to do that, y'all, if we allow these companies and them to start doing this garbage, because they know they didn't let all these illegals over here. They know that most of them speak Spanish. And if they learn English, they got to up on us. Because now they know English and Spanish. So all the jobs, they going to be the ones getting. No. We're not going to allow that. Because now, guess what that's going to do? That's going to undercut black Americans. Because a lot of us only speak English. We don't speak Spanish. So these people coming in will learn English and Spanish. And now they get hired over the jobs over us. No, we ain't gonna allow that. See, they steady trying to do stuff, and we just allowing it. So no, a lady just sent me in my email all these jobs, and then they won't. You got to speak English and Spanish. No. So we start calling them. What you mean you got to speak English and Spanish? No, that's discrimination. We ain't finna play that game, because guess what? That's what that will do is all of the black people, it's going to push them out already. They don't even have a chance to even apply for these jobs. We ain't doing that. In America, where English is our first language, you think we finna allow y'all to come over here and do this? No. And anybody who just hiring somebody over there, no, that's discrimination. Remember, y'all want to tell them all their rights. No, that's discrimination. You're discriminating against us. Y'all, I don't get it. I just don't get it. I don't get it. I don't get how we just allow this garbage. This is insane to me. How you gonna sit there and be an America, and now, but you gotta be able to speak English and Spanish to apply for all these jobs. You done lost your doggone mind. And we just supposed to go for it. Because we know it ain't gonna be Hispanics that's gonna be out of a job. We know it's not gonna affect Hispanics or the rest of it. It's gonna affect black people. Boy, we dumb as rocks. I ain't even playing. All right, let's just finish what he got to say. It's only a little bit.
McDonald's from Florida, Congressman and Senator Tim Scott. There is this focus on being able to do those big bipartisan things. Just real quickly, what was your take on lawmakers you talked with?
Well, people are excited. There's a lot of enthusiasm and energy around the new administration. And I got to be honest with you, Harris, that isn't just Republicans and conservatives and people who voted for Trump. I've heard from people who voted for Kamala Harris, who voted for Joe Biden, the previous election, people who would never give Donald Trump the time of day, they're enthusiastic. They're excited. People feel it everywhere because they know we've been in a terrible state of affairs for the last 4 years.
Yes.
Our economic activity, inflation, the border, crime. These are issues that impact every American. And they're now thinking, wait, we got a guy who's now in office who means business. And that's why people are excited and they're looking forward to 4 years of Donald Trump. And folks who didn't vote for him, many are looking to give him a chance.
John O'Caldwell, thank you. Good to see you.
Thank you for having me.
Hey everyone,
Y'all, we gotta stop. That's it. I'm telling you. And then let me say this, y'all. Let me see if I can find that. Remember when I told y'all, it's the party. You gotta stop looking at the people they put in front of you. It's always gonna be a different face, y'all. They're gonna always put a different face in front of you. You gotta look at the policies that's being pushed. Because no matter what face they put up, whatever face they put in front of you, if it's the same party, the policies are gonna be the same. You see all the Democrats crashing out for illegals. Y'all see that? Y'all see all the Democrats crashing out for to have men and women's sports. Men to be in women's bathrooms. This LGBT, this transgender. They all crashing out. Because it's not the people, y'all. It's the party values. That's what's important to them. That's the party. The Democrat Party right now is about LGBTQ, transgender with all that stuff, illegals, and unalive kids. That's their party. That's the face of their party. That's the policies they're pushing for right now. That's who they are. The Republican Party is America first, Americans first, and the working class. This is what we are. And these are, go look at the Congress, go look at your Congress meetings. Look who advocating for what. Look who voting on what. Look who pushing laws and policies for what. And you're going to see exactly what I'm talking about. The Democrat Party is done, y'all. Until they change, what's going to be like 20 or 30 years, they're done. They are anti-America. It's not about America no more with these people. And we're done with them. Right now in Chicago, you have the nerve, these people, Brandon Johnson, your aldermen have the nerve to have workshops, to set up workshops for illegals, to tell them their rights, to tell them how to avoid ICE, to tell them what they can, what they have to do, what they don't have to do. They get a card with a lawyer, with lawyer's name all on the card. They're telling them to keep them in their pockets. This is how hard your Democrat Party is crashing out for illegals. Not only did they take our tax money to give illegals representation in case they had the legal services for ICE when they had to go to fight Trump. So that means that if ICE come and get an illegal or stop illegal and arrest him, they get to call that number on that number that's on that card, which is a lawyer, free legal representation. When did you get that? Hey, I need your help. ICE picked me up and I need your help. All free. All paid by the taxpayer money. They're teaching them workshops on how to avoid ICE, how not to work with ICE. And then the kicker, y'all, I'm done. Let me see if I can find this. Pratt Winkle, when I told y'all, all your aldermen, this whole Democrat machine, we keep telling y'all, in Chicago, we got a whole Democrat machine. The reason why you cannot get any justice, any help, because Democrats, it's all one party that's running everything. You got Pratt Winkle, Tony Perk, Cook County, the president. You got your aldermen. You got Pritzker. You got Johnson. You got Kwame Raoul. You got all of these people who are fighting for these illegals, who are fighting against what the American citizens want. It's a whole Democrat machine. So when you go try to get help as an American citizen or Chicago citizens, you can't get help because because the Democrat Party won everything in all the places and all the high places. That's why Miss Jessica Jackson and Zoe keep telling you they took their property illegally and they can't get help. Oh, wow, you all are holding workshops to tell illegal aliens what their legal rights are. Now, the fact you came over here illegally, you don't have no rights. The Constitution is not for you. These people are holding workshops. Listen to what I'm saying. Brandon Johnson, your alderman, Pratt Winkle, they're holding CTU, they're holding workshops for illegals to show them how to not work with ICE, to show them what they got to do, to tell them, to teach them their rights. When was the last time they taught you your rights? I don't know, because we down there fighting because they are breaking every one of our constitutional rights. The Democrat Party is breaking every last one of our Black American citizens' constitutional right. Breaking our freedom of speech, our freedom of the 14, 15 minutes. They breaking all of that with us. Yet you want to have workshops to tell illegals who not even legal citizens, you want to teach them and show them their rights? How dare you? How dare you? That's treason, y'all. That's treason against Americans. So listen what your people are doing. Your elected officials are taking somebody who's not even a citizen of this country over you and telling them their rights while breaking your rights, while not upholding yours. Y'all, come on. So they're holding workshops, right? Let me see if I can find this, because I wanna show y'all this, because we saw this, me and Zoe, and we saw this before we left to go to Washington, and we couldn't talk because we was gonna go down there to one of those workshops and protest. Y'all done lost y'all mind. To show them their rights, tell them what rights they get. All right. All while telling them, where you going? Hold on, where you going? All while telling them their rights while breaking ours. Oh, okay. Let me see if I can find that. Let me just see if I can find that right quick. Because we did this, but we was leaving to go to Washington. So we couldn't go up there and protest. And I think Zoe on her channel, Zoe talked about it. Let me see something. Chicago holds workshops for illegal immigrants. Let me see if I can find it. I gotta find. Let me see. I'm a find it. I'm gonna come back to it, y'all. I'll probably do it when I talk about tomorrow, because I gotta show y'all this. I gotta show y'all these workshops they had. Tomorrow. When I come live tomorrow, I'm gonna show y'all these workshops. I'm gonna screenshot them, and I'm gonna show y'all. And I'm gonna see if I can find a video, because Pratt Winkle was talking, and she had the aldermen behind her talking about these workshops. So I'm gonna show. That's gonna be the show tomorrow. I'm gonna show you these workshops. I cannot believe this. And you all and let me show you this. We're gonna talk about this, but let me just tell you this. I train teachers, right? Yesterday, my teachers was pissed because they had to go to these workshops, y'all. So you got CTU. Y'all know Brandon Johnson over CTU. So all the teachers had to go to these workshops, right? They had to do, they in there drilling the teachers and going through drills with the teachers, y'all. And not with the teachers, with employers. The people who employ these illegals, they are showing them and telling them how to not cooperate with ICE. You all listen to what I'm saying to you. My teachers were so disgusted because they had them in this workshop. all the teachers, telling them, do not open the door for ICE, because you know they got a lot of these illegals in the schools, right, y'all? Do not open the door for ICE. This is what, if ICE come in, this is what you're supposed to say. This is what you got to say. They even teaching them how to be like body. Don't look scared. Don't look like you don't know what you're talking about. You all listen to what I'm telling y'all. I had a teacher, she was like, Daddy, but this is, because they talk about this when I tell y'all, show y'all with these workshops and with the teachers. They're even giving the teachers or how their body language should not show that they're scared or nervousness when they're talking to ICE. So they're teaching them, when ICE come in, you stand straight up. You look assertive. You look assertive. You assertive. You don't cooperate with them when they're asking you certain things. You make sure you say this. You make sure you ask them this. You make sure you don't go along with this. You all, they are doing all of this to protect these illegals. One of my teachers said, Danny, I don't care what none of them talking about. If ICE come in there talking about that, I'm going to give ICE everything they want. I'm not finna go against them for these people. I'm not finna break the law and not cooperate with them for these people. But they are teaching the teachers in these schools how to be when ICE come. The questions to ask ICE, to this and that. Oh, they doubling down. They going hard. They crashing out for these illegals. They in the schools making sure you know, listen. And then what they're doing is they're making sure the illegals know we're protecting you. You don't have to worry about nothing. When you bring your kid to school, you don't have to worry about nothing. We're going to make sure your kid is protected. When did they do that for our kids? Haven't we been our kids can't even read? Haven't we been asking that for our kids for the longest? Protect our kids. Our kids need to be protected. We need to have more teachers. Why is it 50 students to one class? Blah, blah, blah. Now you got illegals in the same classroom as our kids. Now it's very overcrowded. Now you got illegals who don't even speak English. And now you going out your way, doing workshops, spending taxpayer money, getting builders. Taxpayer money to teach these people how to protect these illegals. Y'all, if that's not a slap in y'all face, I don't know what is. So our tax dollars are going for them to find the buildings, for them to find these builders to set up the workshop, to have all these illegals to be able to fit in a building. And now you got instructors showing you what's your rights, showing illegals what their rights are, and all this stuff, and we paying for this. The tax dollars, because they sure not paying for it, so they using our tax dollars for this garbage to protect, to show these teachers and employers and all that how to not cooperate with ICE and how to do this and that to keep ICE from coming in and get these illegals. Had they ever hold hell, and y'all, these workshops was at different locations at different times. Let's just say one was at Eaglewood, because one was in Gage Park. One was in Gage Park. We was in Washington at this time. They had one in Gage Park. Let's just say that workshop was from 4 to something. They had one in South Shore. They had one over here. So they had 4 of these workshops, y'all, in different places. They had one in Little Village for sure. I know because the address. They had lawyers. They had all of that. So the lawyers was giving them their cars. So if ICE come up to you and I stop you, call this lawyer, because you're getting paid. We are paying for your lawyer fees and all that. This is and telling the illegals, this is your rights. Teaching them they constitute. I said, hold on. When I read that word, hold on. What constitutional rights do illegals have when you came over here legally? Please tell me what rights do you have? You're not even a legal citizen. So you Democrats break all the laws for the legal citizens. You don't even abide by one of the Constitution, one of the constitutional rights that we have. You all break every last one of our constitutional rights. Yet you gonna teach illegals about rights that they don't have? Are you stupid? So this is what I said. Like Benedictine was talking. I said, let me say this, y'all. Because I'm gonna be real about this. And I wish I was a teacher. I wish I was one of them. These Democrats expect us to break the law, go against a federal officer. Y'all listen to what I'm saying. Listen to what I'm saying to you all. So, because I need y'all to get this to your head. These Democrats want you, as an American citizen, if you're a teacher, employer, if you employ illegal aliens, if you teach, if they in your classroom, if they in your churches, anywhere, they want you to go against a federal agent and fight against a federal agent for these illegals. Listen to what I'm telling you, y'all. These Democrats want you to break the law and go against a federal agent for illegals. Listen, y'all. When a federal agent is looking for your kid, when a federal agent is looking for your husband, when a federal agent is looking for your loved ones, what happens? Can you not cooperate with them? Can you say no, this and that? Can you do that with a federal agent? If a federal agent was looking for your butt in Chicago, are your elected officials going to come in and say, hey, federal officials, you can't mess with that citizen. You can't come to Chicago and come and get that citizen. Is your mayor going to fight for you for that? Are your aldermen going to fight and say, hey, you can't take that woman. Hey, federal agents, you can't take that woman's son up out of her house. So they want you as a citizen. Now, when they come in your house to get your son, if you in Chicago and your son did something, broke the law or something, and a federal agent knock at your door to come and get your son, if you don't cooperate, what happens to you? Please tell me what happens to you as an American citizen. What happens to you if a federal agent come to your door and knock on your door or whatever and tell you your son or whatever committed a crime, your loved one committed a crime, and if you don't cooperate with them and you do what you don't do, what they gonna do to you? They gonna lock your butt up for harboring and abetting a criminal. They're gonna lock your butt up. And let's just say that's your son that you had and that you want to let them come in and get your son. They're going to lock your butt up for harboring and abetting a criminal. And they're going to probably get some more charges on you for halting an investigation and all this other stuff. And guess who's going to cooperate with them? Your local police officers. To get you. Your local police officers are going to cooperate with a federal agent to come and get your butt, your son, your daughter, your family member, to come and get your butt up out of that house because to get locked up if you commit a crime. You don't have the luxury to, if that's your son and they coming in to get your son, you don't have the luxury to fight them and say, hey, you're violating my rights. You can't come and get my son, this and that. And the mayor is behind you saying, hey, leave her son alone. And you got your aldermen writing letters saying, hey, leave her son alone. You can't do that. They won't do that for you. You don't have that right to deny that, a federal agent for coming in and getting your kid. But they want you to go against a federal agent and stop them from coming in and getting illegals? Are you a special kind of stupid? No, I'm not finna fight a federal officer. I'm not getting ready to go against a federal officer for these illegals. Are you dumb? I want to fight. I want to go against a federal officer when he's trying to come get my kid. When he trying to come and get my husband, or he trying to come get my sister. I want to go against them then, but I can't. Or they gonna lock my butt up and put all these charges on me. And you expect me to go against a federal agent for an illegal? Are you man? ICE, come on in. And if they come in, if I'm a teacher and they come in and try to fire me or something, are you dumb? That's a federal agent. That's breaking the law. I'm not finna break the law and harboring and abetting a criminal for y'all. I'm not finna put myself at risk to go against a federal agent. I can't do it. I can't do it for me and for my kid. I'm damn sure ain't finna do it for a person who came over here illegally. Y'all, do you see what these people are asking you to do? Something that you can't even do for your own family member, your own kid, your own husband. These people are telling you to break the law, to go against a federal agent. You go against a federal agent right now. You go do something, and a federal agent come looking for you. You think you finna get all this treatment? You think you finna get all this help from these people? Hecky no. And if you fight one of them, you're gonna get killed, or a local police gonna come and arrest your butt. But you want me to go against a federal agent for illegal, and get hard with a federal agent and stand up to a federal agent for illegal? Are you stupid? Where you want to go, officer? Where do you want to be? Because remember, we can't do that to police officers. They are officers. These are federal agents. I'm not trying to go to jail. I'm not trying to go to jail for harboring and abetting a criminal. I'm not trying to go to jail for them. So I'm going to work. I don't have no choice, y'all. We don't have no choice but to work with them. These are federal agents, remember? Remember, y'all, I got to work with a federal agent when my butt finna get locked up. So teachers, employers, whoever, if they come in looking for these people, you allow them come in. You better not try to stand up to these people and they stop. Listen to what Tom Homan said. Stop screaming, bro. Your family sleeping. What did it say? No, they are not allowed without a warrant. Like I said, you're not. Let these people come in. Let these people do what they got to do. Listen, I can scream if I want to. If you want to listen to me, then go back to your business. That's it. That's it. Listen. Y'all, listen. I can scream if I want to. You don't run nothing here. If you don't want to listen, then go listen to somebody else. I'm going to do what I'll do. This is me. But like I said, you all do not, listen, do not allow these, because these people going to jail. Let me tell you something. These, Brandon Johnson, because they stole a lot of money. They stole a lot of money, you all. These people going to jail. Do not get caught up with ICE. Do not try to defend people that broke the law. If you ain't going to defend, if that ain't your child, if that ain't your loved one that you trying to defend or help or whatever, then you should, look. If anybody out here commit a crime, then you going to go, when people commit a crime, you don't know them, what you going to do? Do you go out there and try to help them and save them? No, they committed a crime. Oh, well, you got to go. If you committed a crime, if we walk out the street and you see the police stopping somebody because they killed somebody, they committed a crime, you're not going to say, oh, don't do that, officer, leave them alone. You're going to be like, well, you committed a crime. Oh, well. Hey, you committed a crime. Oh, well, listen. I'm not trying to get in no trouble. So I'm not going against a federal officer. I'm not trying to get no charges against me. Look, Do what you gotta do. That's how I would be if I was a teacher. I'm not playing. I'm not gonna play these games, and I would sue the mess out of them if they try to fire me. Ain't nobody gonna play these games with these people. I'm done, y'all. We Americans. It's America first. It's us against them. Ain't nobody playing these games no more. It's over. Listen, you all. I just told you all your elected officials shot down the bill to at least come in, allow ICE to come in and get the criminals. That's how much they care about our safety. So they don't have to deal. Listen to this. Your aldermen, your mayor, Pratt Winkle, all of them, they all have security around their house. They don't worry about, they don't have to deal with what we have to deal with. They don't have to deal with the crime, the illegals all in their neighborhood and all this. They don't have to deal with the violent crimes that we're dealing with because they got security. The Democrats who always say defund the police, yet they always have thousands of police around their house and protecting them. Yeah, those people, yeah, see, they have security. So they gonna make sure when they kid go to school, they kid protected. They gonna make sure when they family member go somewhere, they protected. You the only one that they don't care about. I just told you that they just shot down a bill that would at least allow ICE to come in and get the criminals. That means you not caring nothing about your citizens. If you gonna shoot it down where you can even, I would at least say, okay, yeah, to protect my community, I see what's happening. I see that these illegals are really committing this heinous crime. We see it. To protect my community, yeah, I gotta at least allow ICE to come in and get the criminals. They said no to that. That lets you know how much they care about you and your safety and your kids' safety and your family's safety. They care nothing about you. They said no to that. You all, if that don't open your eyes to let you know these people don't care nothing about you. And not only this, these are your workers. They work for you. You're their boss. So your employees told you, we don't care nothing about you. Yeah, we work for you, but we're gonna do what we want to do. And whatever we're doing is not benefiting you. Y'all, if we don't fire these people tomorrow, if we don't fire these people today, we got to be the dumbest people. These people need to be fired today. I don't mean tomorrow, next week, whatever. You need to be fired today. For you to do some dumb stuff like that. To even say you won't even allow the criminals to come in and get the criminals. And we allow this. We allow this from the people that work for us. We allow this. Okay. Now, it ain't even their fault. At this point, I don't even blame them. I don't. I really don't. I can't blame them. Because we allow it. We allow these people to do this. Y'all, we have to start standing up for ourselves. We have to hold our elected officials accountable for the actions. If you are doing things that's not in our best interest, then you got to go. You don't get another chance to keep screwing over us. You have to go. And all of these aldermen, especially these black aldermen, been doing this for a very long time. And if you didn't see it now, if you didn't see it back then, okay, I'll give it to you. I even give you that. But today, the mask is off, y'all. If you can't see what they're doing right now, if you can't see today what these people are doing to you and what's happening, y'all, then you just lost. You just need to be over there somewhere. I'm serious. You need to be over there. And you need to be in the corner with them. And everything they do, you need to be that. Everything these people do to you, you need to, they got to be okay. You got to accept it. You need to be, everything these people do, you got to just accept it. But for us, the people who saying no, who putting America first, the people who saying no, you work for us. We're not asking nothing. We are telling you what we want. We're telling you right now, we don't want illegals in our neighborhood. You voted against, okay. We're telling you right now, we don't want no taxes being raised. Oh, you voted to raise our tax, okay. We're telling you, we're not asking you. We're telling you right now what we want. If you don't get that done when we're telling you we won't, okay, it's cool. Bet you won't be in that seat the next time. Bet you're going to get up out of that office. We ain't arguing with you. That's over with. We are not arguing with you. You see, we told you we wanted that, right? Yeah, okay. Yeah. You voted different. You did what you wanted to do, right? Yeah, okay. All right. Next, oh, you thought you was going to get in that seat. You thought you were, oh, okay. No, get your butt up out of there. And as a matter of fact, y'all going to jail because now we want a forensic audit on you all. Ain't nobody playing with these people. We done with asking. We're done with that. We're telling you what we want. That's it. Ain't no, we're not doing no more. It's no more, we're negotiating. No, it ain't no negotiating, y'all. It's no negotiation at this point. It's either you do what we want or you out of there. That's it. Those are your only options. You're going to take the floor or the stairs. Which one you want? You got to pick it. We're not giving you no options. You're going to do what we ask you to, what we tell you to do, or you don't. We're not going no more. That's what I keep trying to tell y'all. And in order for us to do this and make a difference, since 1931, 32 was one of the, Chicago have not had a Republican office at all. 1930 something. It's been ran by Democrats. That's why we can't get nothing done, you all. When we keep telling y'all we are fighting a system that's like you can't get nothing done because everybody is one party. So they protected each other. So you cannot get no justice in this one party system. In order to break this up, you got to do something different. So you got to you never, ever, ever vote like that. You never, ever put everybody in that one party to think the same in one party. Because you cannot get so you got to always have something that opposes each other. So therefore, think about it, if we would have had half Republican in office and half Democrat, when they brought all these illegals into Chicago and they were voting on funding them all this money, guess what we would have had, y'all, if we would have had enough sense? We would have had the Republican Party saying, no, y'all not going to spend these tax dollars on these illegals. No, you're not going to do this. It's America first, because that's the Republican Party. That's who they are. That's what their policies are. So they would have said, no, we're not spending all these monies on these illegals. No, we're not doing it. Then you would have had the 50% of Democrats over here saying, yeah, we're going to spend this money on illegals. So now you would have had some opposing views. So now this wouldn't have that all that money we spent on these illegals would not have been allowed. Then when we wanted to vote to keep Chicago a sanctuary city, guess what we would have had if we would have if we would have opened our eyes sooner? We would have had Republicans right here saying, yeah, they should get a vote. You would have had Democrats over here saying, we don't want them to get a vote. It's a dictatorship. We want it to remain. Therefore, the people, we would have had a chance to say, okay, we want to vote. We don't want them to vote. And then we would have had a vote. Because you would have had two parties that would have been fighting for one thing, and the other party would have been fighting for another thing. But when you got everybody in the same party and nobody is fighting for nothing and everybody's on agreement with everything, then you can't go nowhere because everybody is on one accord. Everybody is Democrat. So whatever the Democrat policies is, that's what they're doing. So you can't, anybody who don't want to spend money on illegals, then, oh well, we spending money on illegals. And the majority of the party gonna say, yeah, we spending this money on illegals, like they did. So if y'all can't see that, if y'all don't even understand enough to say, hey, we can't do this for another 50 years, we can't do it. We got to at least have so many Republicans and so many Democrats, so we can at least have a chance when we want to get things done. That's opposite of these policies. That's common sense, y'all. That's just common sense. So that's the only way we're gonna make changes, y'all. I had some more stuff I wanted to show y'all, but I don't want to make this too long. Tomorrow I'm gonna show y'all the receipts on the workshops that they're having for these illegals and things like that, and then I'm gonna get into I'm gonna show you the press conference that Brett Winkle had with all these aldermen talking about how they protecting the illegals and how they making sure the illegals know their rights and sending them out pamphlets that she just touched on. I'm gonna show you all of that because I'm kind of way behind on covering things because I haven't been live for a while. There's a lot of stuff that's been happening. But yeah, y'all, I'm gonna show y'all what's happening in Chicago and how these Democrats are crashing out for these illegals and they not caring nothing about what we talking about. And the only reason why they're able to do that, y'all, because these are Democrats that run Illinois and Chicago from top to bottom. They all Democrats. So we have nowhere to go if we want to fight anything because we just fighting a Democratic machine. That's what we keep telling y'all. It's a Democrat machine that has been running this for a very long time. And that's why Chicago is corrupt as heck. It's the number one corrupt city because the Democrats been running everything from top to bottom. So Republicans don't have a chance here. But we are changing that. It's no longer that no more. We are going to be able to have a chance to have an opposing position because we can't just let these people just keep running these cities into the ground. We can't do it. It's over with that. That's done with. At least we're not going to allow it. So yes, we have a Patreon, y'all, now. So what we're going to do is we have a Patreon. The Patreon is under Zoe name, and it might under her name, you might see Chicago Flips Red. So our Patreon is Zoe. So those are where we're gonna, and it's like a monthly, like a little small monthly fee, but that's where we're gonna put a lot of the behind the scenes things, like some things that we want to talk about, and that's gonna be on the Patreon, like some things that we can't talk about on here that they might say is hate speech or things like that they might not want us to show. We're going to be showing that on the Patreon that we can't show on here. But yeah, so it's called Zoe. It's on Zoe. I'm going to put the link, the Patreon link under this video when it finish loading and everything else. So that's all I want to say, you all. And if you want training, because I know it's the beginning of the year, and you can hit me up. I'm gonna put those links under when this video finish loading. My You Against You Fitness links and IG and things like that. We're gonna do that. But yeah, y'all, we gotta wake up. It's time. We gotta wake up. These people, I ain't been feeling good, y'all. I just started feeling better. But I just been watching this, and it's just disbelief to me. I just can't believe it. Like, I cannot believe that the Democrat Party, okay, let's just say, y'all, bet as they lost. Y'all see how bad they lost. You see the direction the country wants to go. We don't want this LGBTQ no more. We don't want this DEI. We don't want this inclusion. We're done with that. The country is done with that. We don't want this transgender ideology all over that you got to accept this and you can't say this. We're done with that. We don't want the borders open and things like that. The American citizens have spoken, y'all. We said we are for mass deportations. We don't want these people and just coming over here destroying America. We don't want this. We are saying that we want a better America. We want jobs. We want inflation down. We want groceries down. We want to be able to work and take care of our families and stuff. The direction that we want to go in, the American people have spoken, y'all. And it's crazy to me that the Democrat Party can't even at least pretend to be on that agenda. Y'all, they can't even pretend to do it. They so far left, they can't even pretend to be moderate. They can't even pretend to be in the middle. The mask is off. These people wanted the open borders. You see what they doing. They crashing out. They from Congress to right to Chicago local. They crashing out for these illegals. They breaking laws. They trying to implement new laws to executive orders to protect these illegals. They crashing out, which is showing you who they really are for. And the American citizens saying, we want a mass deportation. We do not want to spend all our money on illegals. And they hear us saying that. And they still crashing out and advocating and pushing for illegals. They hear the American people saying, we don't want men and women's sports. We don't want men and women's bathrooms. We don't want this. They hear the American people saying that. And not only are they saying we want men and women's sports, we want men to be in women's washrooms. They not even pretending to be in the middle. The mask is off, y'all. If you didn't know who the Democrat Party was, if you still thought that they were the Democrat Party of the 90s and stuff, then you cannot possibly think that now. These people are showing you who they are, showing you what they want, who they are for, and what's important to them. And it's not American citizens. It's not America first. So if you are an American citizen, you should be pissed and offended. So I keep y'all, we got the work. We got to work to get these people out of office. We got to work to let these people know that they work for us. And if you're not America first, if you're not here to take care of the Americans, we got to stop allowing these people into political positions, especially these foreigners, because they not for Americans. And that's just what it is. So y'all, if you for America and you for America first, then we need to wake up. We as American citizens have to wake up. And I don't have no problem with anybody pushing for what they group. Like, if you pushing for you to have something, you pushing for you to have something. You pushing for the Asians to have something. If an Asian pushing for Asians to have something. If a Hispanic pushing for Hispanic to have something. Okay, that's okay. But when it comes down to it, you still got to take care of the whole everybody. You can't just be unfair. You can't do that. So you gotta, if you are over somebody, it got to be forever. You can't just, of course, okay, you look out for your people, but you got to understand you're in leadership. So you are in leadership and you're over everybody. If you're a mayor of everybody. So you just can't look out for one particular group and one people. You got to listen to what the majority is saying. If the majority is saying we don't want this and this is what we want and this and that, you got to do what the majority of the people say, this is what we want. Because it's the right thing to do. You can't just shit on one particular, these people to take care of these people. You can't do that. Especially if these people are not legal. It just, y'all, I'm done. All right, I'm done. So, I love y'all. I'm trying to be on here tomorrow. I love y'all. Watch the news today. I seen a clip. What clip you seen, Miss Juby? You said watch the news today. What clip you seen? I didn't seen a lot of them. It's so many. I gotta go back because I was like, oh my God, this is just too much. So I'm gonna come back. We're gonna go over everything that I missed out on since when I wasn't able to go live and things. But anyway, y'all, I love you all. Please like and share the video. We're gonna go over some more things. But I love you all. Oh yeah, Fox. Okay, y'all. So I said I was gonna talk about this. So Fox came to the house. So I actually, when we were in DC, I went Fox, I went to Fox. They picked me up and I went to Fox Studio and we did a interview. And Fox actually came out to my house today and they interviewed me today. So we're definitely definitely trying to work with ICE. We're trying to get, we like, hey, that hotline number, you all. So Fox came out and interviewed me in my house today. And like I told them, that hotline number, they say that you can call that number from Monday through Friday from 6 a.m. to 9 p.m. However, when you call that, like sometimes you can get a live person. Like one time I got a live person, but I've been calling lately and it's just been like a answering service that's telling you, and then they're sending you to the website and telling you if you want to report a tip, you have to go to the website and report it. So like I was telling Fox, listen, I actually need to get that number going because they say they're answering the phone from Monday through Friday from 6 a.m. to 9 p.m. However, ain't nobody answering that phone. So I just need to make sure that we have live people to answer that phone call, these phone calls, because we got tips and we're ready to work with ICE and to let them know where these people are. We're ready and willing to do that. So we need that number up and running, and we need live people every day, all day from those times, because it's like a hit or miss. You may can get somebody or you get the answering machine. No, we need to be able to get live people to report where they at, which ICE is coming here. They're going to be working, from what I heard, 7 days a week in Chicago, and they don't have a cutoff period. So they will be working 7 days a week in Chicago, and they don't have a time where they're ending. So it can be for 5 months, it can be for 6 months, I don't know, but they're here. So we want to work with them and let them know, hey, over here, we need to come over here where people can report and tell them where they at. So we need that. So I said that on the when they was interviewing me, we ready. We just need to make sure they have those lines open so we can call and leave our tips and leave what we, report what we see, where they can come and where we see illegal activity and things like that. All right. So yeah, so that's what we were discussing today, and some more things about Chicago Flips Red and things like that. So just be aware. Keep calling your aldermen, letting them know, hey, we're not happy with what you did. Make sure you call your aldermen, you all. Let your aldermen know, because they all didn't. Raymond Lopez and there was one other lady. So if Raymond Lopez is not your alderman, another lady, then all your other aldermen didn't want ICE to come in to even get the illegals. So the illegals that had committed a crime. So you need to be calling your aldermen and letting them know, listen, so you voted down for ICE to even come in and get the criminals. Okay, we're coming for those seats. You need to be letting them know how displeased you are for what they're doing and how they're not representing you and your needs. You need to call your aldermen and let them know how dissatisfied you are with what they have been doing and how they have been voting. You got to make your voices heard. If you are not going to come out to the meetings, you can at least call your aldermen and let them know that you are not happy with what they're doing. You can at least do that. If you're not going to call and fight, come out and fight with boots on the ground, you can at least call them and let them know that you see what they're doing. You looking and you watching everything, and you see that they are not voting in your best interest. Therefore, you will not be voting for them coming up next election. You can at least do that, please. All right, y'all. I'm done with my rant. I know I'll be here, y'all. I know I'll be over here hollering and going off and things like that. I'm sorry, but y'all, when y'all just see this, it's one thing to be outside looking in, but it's another thing to be inside of it. it's a whole different ball game. That's why when I showed you all, go look at my city council meeting that I showed last week. All those illegals were in that building. All those illegals were in that building. And every time an illegal got up to speak and talk about how they didn't want them to work with ICE and how they didn't want them to vote on even allow ICE to cooperate with ICE to come in and get the criminals. Every time they spoke about that, all of them, they was clapping. All the leaders was clapping because they advocating for themselves. They spoke to our elected officials and told our elected officials not to cooperate with ICE to even come in and get the criminals, how they didn't want them to even vote on that. And guess what? They didn't vote on it. These illegals came in the building and packed the building where you pay your taxes at, where you are a taxpayer citizen, where you are American. They came into your building and demanded what they wanted over what you wanted. And every time they spoke, I showed it. And when an American citizen, a legal citizen, a person who should have been on that mic speaking, a person who had the right to speak, who paid into this system spoke, they said, boo. Y'all, when you all see the entitlement, when you all see the disrespect, what other country can you go to and disrespect the citizens in the building that they pay for, and a city hall building that they pay for, and you go in there and disrespect the citizens of that country? Or that, where do you do that? Where they do that at? You all, when you in it, the blatantly disrespect, it's something to see. It's something to see. And when you see your elected official that's supposed to represent you do more for them than you, it's a slap in your face so hard until just on principle, you got to get them up out of there. Just on principle, I got to flip red. On principle alone, y'all, it's that's why I be like, I got to step back and just be like, okay. Because when you see it, and the nerve of your elected officials to be like, yup, and we did this, y'all, I mean, I just can't, yeah, it is what it, I mean, you got to see it for you. That's why I keep saying, y'all got to see it for yourself. You got to be down there and see it. Other than that, y'all don't understand. So, I know I be hollering and going off, but it's just y'all, when I'm talking to you all and I'm listening to these people talk, as I'm talking to you all, I'm thinking about in my head the nerve they have and the audacity they have to just play us in our face like this. Y'all, it just be, it pisses me off. It really does. But anyway, I just want to, so I'm, y'all, so just bear with me. All right, I'm gonna try my best to stop all that screaming, but bear with me, y'all. I'm gonna stop it. But yeah, okay. But I'm just, yeah, okay. So I love y'all. I love y'all so much. I didn't mean to be on here. I love y'all so much. Thank you all for just being here with me. Thank you all for the words of encouragement that all of you all always have in the comments. I read every last one of them. And I thank you all for the words of encouragement that you always have for Chicago Flips Red. You always encouraging. That's what make us go hard for the people who see what we're trying to do, for the people who get it, for the people who understand the attack that we're under. We're dealing with a Democrat-ran machine. You all, this is so hard to fight. Because you got Democrats in high, powerful positions from head to toe. You can't go nowhere for help. The only place you can go is Trump, the federal level. These people are high-ranking people that control a system, And when you try to go against it, you don't have no help. So you got to go over this system to even get help. And we're fighting this machine, you all, and it's not easy, but hey, it is what it is. So it is what it is, y'all. So thank you all. We definitely appreciate all the encouragement and things like that. We really do. And like I always say, you all, I'm always, before I end this, if you don't know Christ, I'm a Christian. If you don't know Christ, then you have to get to know his strength. I couldn't do this without him. If you don't know Christ, if you don't know if you are saved, if you don't know if you die today, where you're going, where your soul is going, if you don't know, then, just just say this with me. Just, confess, believe, and that's it. So how you confess is you say, Jesus. First of all, you repent. You repent for your sins. Whatever you have done that you know that it's not good. Repent. All you have to do is repent. I know that it's hard to stop doing it. I know if you are sinning, it's hard, but you just repent and God is going to help you with it. Repent and mean it. So whatever you're doing that you know that God wouldn't be pleased with, just repent. Ask him to forgive you. Then confess with your heart and with your mouth, Lord, I believe that Jesus is the Son of God. Jesus, I believe that you died for my sins. And I believe that you rose with all power in your hand. That's what you confess. Then you ask God, I don't know you. I don't know who you are. I just know who people tell me you are. I need to have a personal relationship with you. I need you to show me and tell me who you are. I'm asking you to take all of me and give me all of you. Guide me each day and let me know the path that you would have me on, the path that you want me on. Guide me every day. Just talk to him, y'all. Just talk to him like we talking. Ask him. So what you do, repent, confess with your mouth, and believe in your heart. And the Bible tells you you are saved. And he's going to do the rest. That's all you have to do. You saved and he's going to do the rest. Because that's all he asks you to do, is to come to him, repent, and confess. That's it, y'all. So, with that being said, I love you all. I love you all so much. I be hollering, but, and I be hollering. I'm sorry for going, saying what I said prior. If you don't like it, then get off here. If I'm yelling, I'm sorry about that. But I was just heated, and I'm gonna try my best. I'm gonna try my best to stop doing a lot of hollering when I'm talking to y'all. So I'm sorry, forgive me, and please, work with me. I'm gonna work on that. All right, I'm really gonna work on that. All right, but I love y'all, and stay safe, you all. If you all live in Chicago, we're really trying to fight for Chicago because we deserve better. Our kids deserve better, and we just not fighting for just because we have illegals to get at them out of our neighborhood. We're fighting crime, like the killings and the shootings and things like that. We haven't forgot about that. These are the things we're fighting amongst the illegal invasion as well. So we're not just letting that go, the crime and everything. We're talking about that and fighting for those things as well. So schools for our kids, better schooling, things like that. We're definitely fighting for that. So, and in order to make that change, you all, we got to change everything. We have to change everything. Everything that we have been doing and have done for 50 years, we got to change it. And the only way that we have to do that is going red and giving Republicans a chance to get these Democrats, to break this Democrat machine so that they won't be able to just do what they want to do without no accountability and things like that. They will at least have some accountability. We just got to do it. So Chicago and Illinois has to flip red. We really do, if we want to even have a chance. we really have to do that. I love you all, and I'll see you all tomorrow. All right. I love y'all. Love you, love you, love you. Bye-bye.